evening, everybody. And how is everyone this evening? Hi to anybody watching on catch up, and a special hello to my channel members. Thank you for your continued support. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Let me just bring up the chat here so I can see who's in the house tonight. Got 2 lines running tonight. I've got 2 loops complete. Come on, why won't you play? Oh, there's YouTube letting me know I'm live. Hope everybody can hear me okay. Now, just the usual start of the video gremlins. There we go. All right, so hi Andy, Anthony, Tom Houston, Flymo Chairman, Model Railway Shed Dino, Mick at Edgeley Park Station, Jerry BVR, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Brenton Junction. Yeah, have I missed anyone? Peter Webster, how you doing? Mike at Putnam Junction, good evening. Have I missed anyone? If I have, apologies if I've missed your name, but you're all very welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. As I was saying there, I got 2 circuits going around. Just 2 trains running, 1 on each circuit this evening, because I'm going to do some work here on my track to get it ready for finishing off the storage yard. 3D Printing Home Hobbyist, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, has Ewan popped in as well? Yeah, the grinder back with Engage. Ewan, how you doing? Alan, Dragon Junction, how you doing? Reminded me there, Alan, you're asking about the horsepower on those rail cars. I should be able to answer them, give you that answer now. I think some of them were 6 horsepower. They weren't terribly powerful. I just hope this particular book has got what I'm looking for in it. Track plans. The book I normally have, which is the paperback of this one, the first edition. There's a lot more information in it than the second edition. Or it's just somewhere else. Hi, H&H Express Junction, how you doing? No, this doesn't have, I know the other book I have, which is usually in my bag, which means I left it somewhere, isn't there. Bear with me a minute, guys. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm Rolling stock with the steam engines. Did have an appendix with all of it in there. No, it doesn't have it in this book. If I find the book, I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you. Alan, just so you know, I know you're curious about it. Talking to yourself all the time. Yeah. Talking to yourself fine, but expecting an answer, that's a sign of madness. You can say I got 4 cameras up tonight. Some of them aren't going to be the best quality because they're older webcams I'm using, so I'm going to get some newer ones to help the pictures a bit better. And one of them is just the inbuilt webcam on an old laptop, which I think was designed for running XP, but I've managed to get Windows 10 running on it. That's how old it is. But, got a tablet here so I can keep an eye on the chat. Oh, just trying to block someone apparently. So you got any questions or anything? Pop them in the chat. Raymond Kane, how are you doing? Mick at Lloyd Central Station, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. A couple of names there I don't think I've seen before. Leamington Station, how are you doing? We're not building anything tonight, Anthony. What I'm doing is, this is all my old track from the last layout. Because these are going to be used now in my fiddle yard, storage yard. What I'm doing is I'm just running track separator through them, trying to straighten them out a bit, trim them. Because these are usually curves, so one rail's longer than the other. So I'm just going to trim them, clean them, put droppers on them. That's all I'm going to do tonight. Just sit here and do this, have a chat with you guys while I'm doing this. John Dodden, how are you doing? As you see scrolling on the bottom, I will be using the Dremel to trim it. So every so often there will be a bit of noise. Anybody who's using headphones, just watch out. So I'm just going to trim this one. My safety glasses on, because I have had these shatter before. Speed down a little bit. I need to turn the speed back up a little bit. And the other end. Noise over for a little while. Hi Gaza, hi Josh Jackson, how you doing? Right, let's trim some sleepers off. What I like to do with my sleepers, you see everyone sort of will cut these off and then slot them back in again. What I like to do is just cut off the plastic chairs. So when you go to put a fish plate in, it'll slip in. And then your Your sleepers are held in place by the plastic ties. It's a contraption from a horror dentist movie. Thank you, Peter. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me and subscribe if you're new here. And if you've got any questions, stick them in the chat. If I don't spot the question, then I'm sure someone will highlight it to me again. I'll keep putting it in until I answer. No, I won't be going to Getz, Dino. I don't even know if I'm going to Worley this year. Worley now, it used to be like third last weekend in November, which is a better weekend for me. The very last weekend in November now isn't so good for me with my kids and stuff like that. So I know I'm going to be in the UK for a couple of days in July because it's a significant birthday of my mother-in-law. So I'll be over for that. But I've no other plans to go to the UK. I'm going to the Bangor show on the 15th. I was only going to go to the Saturday, but I'm going to both days now because it turns out I have to be up in Belfast on the Sunday to pick someone up from the airport. So I'm going to go again on the Sunday. Yeah, so the only shows I'm going to be going to the ones in Ireland. I don't think I'll make the one in Waterford because that's at the other end of the country from me. It's quite a trek down. And then there will be the North Down show in May. I'm hoping to make Dublin this year, but I'm not sure whether I will or not. So, is that right? I need to plug in my soldering iron, let that heat up. Have I got the Patron track cleaner vacuum one? Yes, I do have it. I think the only part of it that's any good is the vacuum part of it. The cleaning pads and stuff like that, load of junk. But the vacuum part of it is quite good for sending it around to vacuum up. The other cleaner I have is the similar to the C-Max one, the Charge one, which is very good. It's got a nice bit of weight to it, tank on it, cleaning pads. It works really well. Right, let's do another little bit of dremeling. Cut that short enough. Around. My Dremel needs charging. Use that strength on the charger. As he cuts through the desk. Yeah, done that before. It's almost his desk and not my fingers. Because the waiting time in A&E in this country is atrocious. Right, so I'm going to cut those ones off because they're off the end. And I'll trim. Remember when you're using standing knife? Always cut away. So I'm cutting off the little chairs. So I always cut away as I start cutting towards myself. It just means the fish plates can slide on underneath it. done. That's already done. Right, so I'm going to cut some of the webbing out on here. So I'm going to put droppers on. What I like to do when I'm doing putting straight tracks together is I like to put droppers on where they join, so here and here. Yeah, so you put droppers here on this piece of track and here on this piece of track, and they join them together, I drill a hole, the droppers come through underneath, and then I can just join the droppers together and do one connection onto the bus wire. When you're doing lots, you can cut it down by a bit, it helps. You just got to remember you're almost making a left and right track to make sure you've got the black on the back on both of them. Hi, Greg B. That's another new name I haven't seen before. Welcome to the stream. I don't know where you would look up shows in the US. Any of our US guys there know where would be a good, apart from just doing a Google search? Right, let's get some. Hi, Yoser. Yellow pages. They still make the yellow pages? These are the €10 strippers from Lidl. I know DCC Concepts do a set. A lot more than €10. But I find the quality of these is fine. I've had them now for 3 or 4 years. And like they've done what's so far about 3 different layouts. So don't forget that like button for me, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. Well, I've just got a little tub of flux. Some people say, oh, you don't need flux if you're good at soldering. 1, I'm not good at soldering. And 2, it just makes it easier. And I put a little bit of flux on the rail. Normally I would have my little fan going up here to blow the fumes away. I'm going to put that on, all you'll hear is wind noise. It's not heated up yet. It's heating up. Slowly heating up. I'll give it a couple of more minutes to heat up. What locos are running tonight? Well, I have a Class 37 pulling my rake of, what are they, Mark 3s. And I have my Class 47 pulling a rake of Mark 4s. All in intercity livery, the executive livery, I believe it's called. Because I'm sat up here at the workbench and not right down the other end where the computer that's controlling the layout is. I can't run any more than 2 on each line. If I was down there controlling it, keeping an eye on it, then I could run another 2 trains. But as I'm up here, I will be running down there all the time to sort it out. I will eventually get a better system that I can have a mobile device, so I can have it up here with me and I can control it from here. It's flux-based better than flux liquid. Well, I've never used the liquid. But what I find with the paste is it's just, when you're in a bit of a bind, you can use the paste to sort of hold something in place while you get the solder iron on it. I have used before the cord solder that's supposed to have the flux in the center, and that is just so messy. I just never really got on with it. Yes, indeed, they are both Bachmann models. The coaches are all a mixture of Lima and Hornby. I've also put another one, my extra mic, down on the layout next to one of the gaps in the track. Are you guys picking up the clickety-clack as it goes past? You should hear it when the 47 goes past it. It's on that track. You should hear the... So I noticed it up here. I thought, well, that sounds actually quite satisfying. If it gets too annoying or there's any buzzing or anything or interference, let me know and I'll switch it off. Oh, they're slamming doors. I was hoping I'd get more done since last week. Because kids are on their summer holiday, so they're not going to bed at night, so I could get up here in the evenings. But to be honest, I've been so knackered from doing other things around the house that I haven't been up here. I won't get anything done this weekend or for the next week. So you'll probably see no change here next Thursday because I've got friends coming from the UK for a visit. I haven't seen for a while, so I'll be spending some time with them. And my daughter and my missus are heading to Bristol for a couple of days following weekend, so I'll be running up and down to the airport, and so I won't have time to do anything then because I'm sure she'll leave me a list of jobs to be done while I'm away. As well as that, I've been doing a lot of DIY in the place. As many of you don't know, I've only moved into this house back in November, so there's loads of bits and pieces that need doing. So there you are. Basically what I've done there is I've put a bit of solder onto the track. I've tinned the wires. I can empty that senior tip. Send it over. So right, okay, so I want it's going that way, the black needs to go onto that rail. Right onto there. Oh, we have a derailment right down the other end. Derailment and lost some carriages. Keep an eye on that. If that happens again, I'll have a look to see where it's happened. It could be just something falling onto the track. Oh, that track doesn't look very straight. It's got quite a kink in it. So redo that. So your letters are completed, still living out of boxes downstairs. We actually got a load of boxes emptied over the past couple of weeks because there was just so much of it about. 2 storage rooms now that we were using, they're almost cleared. I still have shelves and that put up, and all the pictures. Because yourself hasn't decided where the pictures are going. Right, so there's one dropper on. So when I'm building my layout, I like to have a dropper on every piece of track. It can be very tedious, but it gives you better running. So there's droppers on. So that means I can drill one hole through the middle, drop both wires down onto the connecting to the bus wire. And you can see how I've got, and my wiring convention is keep black to the back. So if this one is going that way, so I need to put the black on this one here. So we'll flip that over, black to the back on that side. Boilermaker Rick, how are you doing? And Valerie Green is watching us on Facebook. How are you doing, Valerie? Are you going to be at Bangor? Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, well, if you weren't here earlier, I'm going to get myself a couple of newer webcams to hook up to make them a bit better. Oh, Valerie's going to be in Bangor. Mike, what are you looking for next to Solar Irons and barbecue and B&Q? In place. Got this old paintbrush here for putting a bit of paste on the rails. Move it up and down. Get the solder on it. Oh, hello to Bernie. He said he's going to be watching in the background tonight. And if you don't know, he was in hospital today. He said he was in there for 6 hours. They've checked him over and sent him home. And he has to go back in, I think he said, on the 10th of May. So you stay at home, Bernie, rest up, take it easy, because we all want to see you back in your loft. Because I want to see those black or the Acura Scale 37s when you get them. I left it too late to order one. So I put droppers on each end of my points. I have a point here somewhere. Let me show you what I do. So this is an electro frog point. Some of the points have a cut in the rails there, and they're usually joined by two pieces of wire on the other side. So I snip them off, cut away the webbing either side here, and put droppers on these rails here. Now obviously you've got the frog here, frog wire, put a wire on that. So this part here is powered by the frog wire, and the rails and here and the blades are powered by droppers. And I use the seat point motors, which have the little switch on them, and that changes priority for the frog. John Dalton, yes, pico points are better. If you don't perform the point here, but I can show you the difference. So, oh, there's the man himself. Hi, Bernie. There is a Hornby point. They don't do electro frog points. Pico do insel frog points, what this is, with the plastic frog. It's not getting focused very well. And you can see the frog itself isn't very deep, whereas if you look on the Pico one, I don't think that's showing up too well. It's a lot deeper, so the wheel flanges tend to go through it a lot better. Yeah, I don't use the point clips because I find sometimes the point clips come out and then they derail everything. I just have droppers on everything, and everything's got its own feed. Everything's live, away it goes. But like with the Pico points with the electro frog ones, so what the electro frog means is the frog there, you can see, is all metal, whereas on the insel frog ones, you can see it's plastic. So the blades, when they move, when you move blades, it takes the power up to the frog and it will the power. But to make it, you're using a point motor, so you're not relying on this connection here, which can get dirty and get fouled by ballast and everything like that. Use a point motor with a switch on it, so it switches the power to the feed on the frog. So then this is always powered separately. You're not relying on the switch blades to take the power. Hi Kieran, how you doing? I will be doing a video on this. I was hoping to do it this week, but I just haven't had time, on wiring up my points and everything. So stay tuned for that. I have done one on this before. If you look back through my past videos, you will see it. But I'm going to do another one now. I'm on these. So Pico track just tends to be a bit better. Right. That is going that way. The black is at the back, so the black will be on there. All right. Black there. That's there. Right. What matters if I get it the wrong way around, then it just goes as the other piece. great how sometimes you do this, soldered on perfectly straight away. Other times, just super. Everything else seems to melt, bar the solder. So there we go. Ow, yes, that's hot. Right, last two pieces of track. Like if you've got Hornby points, use them, but use them somewhere on, because the mistake I made with my last layout is I used all my Hornby points on the storage yard underneath, saying, right, I don't need them there. Of course, they're in the storage yard underneath, so if something derails, you've got to reach in, grab it, and pull it out. So I'm going to use probably some of the Hornby points, because let's face it, points are expensive. I mean, what are these one now? They're somewhere between 15 and 18 quid a shot. So I'm going to use my Hornby points on like my TMD, something like that, something that's not going to be used very often. And if it goes wrong, I can just reach over with the hand of God and move the train. Plus the fact that something like a TDM, like TMD, you're using locos with a big wheelbase. A lot of the wheels will be powered, so you're not going to get the problems with the froth. But that's today's lecture of rules. Yeah, so I'll carry on working through this track. So if you've got any questions, keep putting them in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye and answer them. Put one in, I have an answer, just keep putting it in until I see it, because I don't always see them. So I'm just using my track setter here, trying to straighten a piece of track. It isn't straightening terribly well because this has still got some ballast in it. So the glue from the ballast is holding it in position. So this bit of track would have been where it was going into the tunnel on my old layout, on one of those sections, because you can see the track is weathered. And that was nice straight piece, so it doesn't come in, so I can just put things off with them. And cut out a section of the webbing. Yes, the crunchy ballast. It's a bit not corroded, but I've got a file here just to roughen up the back of the track. Tarnished, that's the word I'm looking for. A bit tarnished. I've got ballast all over the place. So again, a little bit of flux on there. Let's get some wires ready. I have to buy a couple of rolls of this. I'm going to run out of this. Yeah, John, that's what I'm doing, just putting them where you can access them easily and they're not going to be used as much. And say if you use them in CMD where you've got your diesel locos, which have a longer wheelbase and more pickups, you shouldn't have any problems. So how's those other cameras working out, guys? It will be, I know there can be quite a length between trains, but once the railways models running properly and have more lanes in and more trains running, it'll be a bit more interesting. So remember, if you are soldering, take precautions, because I'm using lead solder, so it can be quite toxic. And, you know, it will always want to go towards your face. So I normally have a desk fan on here to blow it away from me. Or sometimes what I use is one of the videos I built a spray booth. I made it quite big so I could solder inside it. That's in bits because I take it apart to get it up through the hatch. So I haven't really found somewhere where I'm going to put it and then store it. So that's another plan for the future. How many cameras will I end up with? I don't know. It will really depend on the bandwidth really for the internet as to how many I can get up, because I have, like at the moment, these cameras are all, I have the 4 cameras up. One's my phone. So that's the one that's looking down the long straight. You can see the yellow screwdriver. There, the 37 is just going down now. That's my mobile phone. The one where you can see me sitting, that is a 1080 webcam from my laptop, which is controlling the stream. This one here is an old 480 webcam that I found while I was packing when I was moving, and that's running off a PC. It's hooked up to the TV. And then the other camera is actually the old laptop I was on about. It's probably about 10 years old. The webcam that's built into that. You can see on that looks a bit jerky. So obviously the refresh rate on it isn't very good. So my limiting factor is not going to be that I don't have enough PCs and things to put around to run the cameras. It's going to be the bandwidth for my internet. Maybe I can beat Anthony. I think my stream would crash if I tried to use that. Because although I'm supposed to have 100 down, I got nowhere near that. I've got, I think the fastest I've seen is 41. Because I have fiber to the cabinet, and I can look out my door and see the cabinet. It's literally not even 100 meters down the road from me. That's the move already. Looks like it did. So you can see how long this takes. Obviously, it would be a lot quicker if I wasn't sat here keeping an eye on the chat and talking to you guys. But is it hard to solder? No. It just takes a little bit of practice. I mean, you can see what I'm doing here. I put a little bit of solder onto the track here. I've put solder, what we call tinning the wire, so you put a bit of solder on the wire. And then you just put the wire down, put the solder against it so it heats up. Hold the wire in place to let it just cool off, and then it's attached, and that's it. Just a little bit of practice. Just get a decent soldering iron. I mean, this is the one from Lidl. It's okay. It's not great. I mean, I think it's only a 30 watt, which it really isn't that powerful. It's all right for doing small rails like this and small wires. But I got myself a 80 watt one for Christmas because I do some of the garden railways in the museum, and that's bigger, thicker rail, and you really need something more powerful. Right, so what I need to do is put these are pairs. I thought I heard a derailed sound then. Crunchy ballast. Let's have a drink. All I'm seeing now is the laughing faces. I don't know what the joke is I missed. Yeah, as Peter says, practice. Just practice. I think this dropper here a bit too short. So what I'll do is I will, you can see, I will see, cut them off. I'm going to take the track out. So I'm just going to use the soldering iron just to pull them off. So this track is already tinned for me. Yeah, if you're starting off soldering, grab the one from Lidl. It comes with a bit of solder. I think it's about 15 euros, I think. This one here with the light and the stand and everything, I think that was about 30 euros. And you can see like how it's just taking its time to melt this solder. But like soldering irons, they really aren't that expensive. You can pick them up usually in a hardware store. So I think that's where I got my 80 watts, and I think that was about 20 quid. I think I seen it for. That's where I seen it. I told the doctor that's where to go and get it. Yeah, that's it exactly, Tom, like I'm doing here. It's holding it on too long. Nice. Obviously with this, there's no components here. It's just track. And the biggest thing you're going to do is melt the sleepers. That's got a little bit of plastic on it now, so that's a wondrous burning plastic smell in here. I'm getting all the fumes tonight. Right, just keep cutting. No, that's a straight bit already. So let's do some wires. Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Ballast, yes. I'm probably making these droppers a bit too long. Well, it's better to have them too long because you can shorten them as needed underneath. Remember, DCC is only 2 wires. Lots of 2 wires. Metal muffins. Here in Donegal, we have a town called Muff. And yes, it does have a diving club. Muff, no, Muff. It's actually a border town. But it's in Donegal. It's one of those places where everybody stops to get their photo taken with the town sign as they enter. Start the day with a hot, steamy meadow muffin. Yeah, you can get different ends. In fact, I got some replacement ends from off of eBay because I'd done that much soldering. I burnt through the tip. Let's see. Black on there. So black is going on to the back of that one. Trying to keep these in pairs so I know what I'm doing. And soldering is not checking your holding. Yeah, so I have a lot of tractor soldering. Warm sensation in your hand should be first giveaway. Yeah. Oh, got another melted sleeper. Oh. There must be some sort of cutoff in these soldering irons, but sometimes it just doesn't. Hey, that's 4 lengths track done. That's 12 foot. So, who's got big plans for the Easter weekend? I plan to pick my friends coming. I'm cooking a nice big roast dinner on Sunday. It's going to be, I'm going to do roast beef, roast lamb, leg of lamb, and a ham as well. So we'll be 13 of us here on Sunday to eat. So that'll keep me occupied. Roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, roast veg, broccoli, sweet corn, carrots, Yorkshire puddings, stuffing, gravy. Probably going to do some pigs and blankets as well. this on charge. I'm going to have to hunt around and find the charger. Here comes a Donegal dental. Yeah, it is USB-C, but it's not 5 volts. I think it's a 12-volt charger. Peter, you're locking yourself in the hobby room. Oh, dear. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing my mate because I haven't seen him since September. I think I did get to see him in September when I was over. I've known him since we were awkward, spotty teenagers. Easter parade. Just I've heard of it flying up. Wouldn't be up in Letterkenny. Indeed, there's all sorts of parades they hold at Easter here to do with the Easter Rising in 1916. Probably on the next pandemic. Well, thank you, Andy. We'll go through that again. You got it here. Can't go more than 5 kilometers from your house. It's 10 kilometers from me to my nearest shop. Like when it first started, it was a novelty, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is great," but I don't know. After we'd stuck in your house with your kids. Too much waste on there. John, yeah, it is best practice to put it on every piece of track. I mean, it's all right when you're like, these are flexi tracks that are 3 foot long. So a dropper, covers a good section. If you're using sort of set track and using shorts, it could get a bit daunting putting droppers on every piece. But I mean, there's no, like, I put the droppers on like this, so they're underneath. So you can't see them when you're ballasting and everything. But if you don't put a dropper in every one, and then you find there's a dead bit of track because the fish plates have corroded over, and you can just put droppers on after the fact. So what you do there, obviously you can't do it on the inside of the rail because that will derail your wagons. If you would just solder it on, so drill a little hole, solder it on to the side of the rail, the outside of the rail, and pop it down, and then cover it over with a little bit of ballast or whatever just to hide it. So if you want to put a dropper on every other piece of track, you can do that. And then I say, if you have that issue where a piece of track goes dead, you can either put droppers on it or just run a little bit of solder across the joint on top of the fish plate to give you an electrical connection. Yeah, you can't trust fish plates. And like those, is it Pico who sells those where the droppers are sold into the fish plates? Like, what a waste of time. Yeah, as Andy says there, it's continuity for power. But if you're using set track and you've got loads of track, put one on every few pieces of track. And if you do get a piece of track that's dead, either put a dropper on it after the fact or a bit of solder across the fish plates. Peter, I'm going to enjoy the soldering droppers and bus wire part. Have you seen the amount of track I put down here? And they've all got droppers on them. All right. Admittedly, a lot of the track here had droppers on them already because I came off my old layout and I saved as many of the droppers as I could. But hi, Landon Road. How you doing? All right. Hi from H Express Model Scale. You're off. All right. Catch you again. See you next week. Yeah, as Mick says, a drop of solder on the fish plates. As I say, once you're doing this, you can do it a lot faster. Like I've been on here, for just over an hour, and I've done 4 pieces of track. Yeah, 4 pieces of track. When you're not gassing, you can get it done. Oh, we have a derailment down the end again. Same place as last time, but it hasn't derailed for a while. I just think I have, looking at, I don't know whether it's shifted or whatever, but I've got a bit of a kink in the rail there, so I'll sort that out after the stream or some other time. So I hope you guys are hitting the like button for me. And the old subscribe button if you're new here. I say if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat. Don't be shy. And in the description below will be the links to all my channel members, to their channels. So don't forget to check them out as well. And I think most people in the chat here probably have channels. Oh, you off? All right, catch you again. Let's switch the train back on again, didn't I? Let's see how the battery's holding up on my phone. Oh, it's fine. Still at 53%. Yeah, that's true what Andy says there about not soldering, but like if you, soldering the odd one isn't too bad, but I wouldn't solder all of them. And this is something you shouldn't do. You shouldn't grab your train and rail it. So you can burn out the motor doing that, but we all do it. Right, let's go down this end and just see if it derails. Oh, it's derailing there. All right, I think it's... to take the last coach off because that seems to be misbehaving. I don't know, it's got a bit of dirt on the wheels. Oh yeah, those wheels are filthy. I'll take that one off for now. They have more carriages than that. Where are they gone? Oh. Right. Blockage on the line. Need to find my stick with the hook on it. Sorry guys, I'm ignoring the chat and everything in a minute, but right, let's see how that goes. Did I just see Alan White's name pop up there? How you doing, Alan? Yeah, as Tom says, the train set way there, having the power going into one point. It voltage drop and everything like that. Just doing it that way, whereas you do get voltage drop with a bus wire, but you just have a more secure connection with droppers. Right, now where was I before all the derailments happened? It's over in this one, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm up here on a Thursday evening, by this time, I start getting really hungry. So I'm going to stay on a bit longer tonight doing this, if you guys are all right with that. Seeing Bernie's not going on tonight. I don't think anyone else is live. I'm not stepping on anyone else's toes, so you can all carry on chatting and watching me try not to burn my fingers. Excuse me. Right, a little bit of solder on the track. And another set of droppers. Let them start grunking it up. Not a cult. Oh, there it is. Cut the chairs off this one. I've probably done enough now to do another run. So that's 3 done. This will be 4. So only another 3 to do on this side. I get it done by Christmas. Because I want to get all this done. Because basically, I just want to use all the old track I have off the old layout on here, because obviously it's got a few kinks in it from where it was on the old layout, so it's not dead straight. So that's my excuse for my crap track laying. So I can use the new track I have for the scenic section. Dino, you're now Markland, aren't you? Have you got is it Third Rail, your stuff power guy? I can't remember. I have looked at your video, your unboxing of it. Is it? Markland now 3-well AC. All right, okay. I thought Markland was 3-well, but I was just checking. I see what you said there about German beer wagons. Are you on Facebook, Dino? Or can you drop me an email? Because I have some Markland German beer wagons. That'll be no good to me because they're designed for 3-well, so we'll put them on my tractor to short everything out. I can send you some pictures, and if you're interested in them, make me an offer. Thanks, Limo. Put up the Facebook page there. Just message me on that or send me a friend request on Facebook if you're on there. If you haven't already, you could be one of my friends already and I don't know it. The only problem with 3-well AC is that it limits you to the best motor oil company in the world. Did anybody see Sam's April Fool thing he put up with that train? And then they released, was it yesterday? That was actually a real train that he had. I thought it was something he painted and put together, but he actually paid for it. He's done a review on it. Oh my God, it was awful. Thanks, time out. Yeah, donegaldad@gmail.com is my email address. It's on my about page. So if you email me, if you email me your phone number, if you're on WhatsApp, then I can just WhatsApp the pictures to you. It'd be a lot easier. I haven't actually got them up here at the moment, so I can't even show you. No, they're not up here. They're boxed away somewhere else because I have them stored away in case obviously I can't use them. Yeah, the Royal Chain. God, it was oh well, it's got a diode on it. Ooh. Hi Nigel, how you doing? I've got 2 loops going around now, Nigel. So I've got them. If I can get the fiddle yard finished before I run out of track, I'll be doing well. Because my birthday's the end of May, and I've requested track for my birthday, so I should have enough to keep me going until then. Even YouTube thinks one reason to swear word. Oh, looking after the new granddaughter. How's she doing? It's just fractionally longer, so I'll just trim a little bit off the end. Yeah, track has got very expensive. I've been sort of keeping an eye on eBay and Facebook pages and stuff. Any of you out there have flexi track you want to sell at a decent price, let me know. Okay, John, you take care. No problem with the advice. Always come on. Any questions? As I say, the only stupid question is the one that you didn't ask. What day is it tomorrow? Friday. Not working tomorrow. I have to. Well, I might get a little bit of track laid in the morning before I start the rest of the work. Oh, you picked up some at Bangor. I'll have to keep an eye out when I'm up there. You can be there, Nigel? As no derails this week. No, you've missed them. There has been derails, and all in different places. So it's not as if it's one thing. I think it's just more where the carriages are picking up bits of dirt as they go around and derail them. As Flamo says there is a Google for anybody who's watching in the background and too shy to put a question in. There's a Google Doc link in the description below. And if you put your question up there, I can answer it. If you don't want to put it in the chat. That way it stays a little bit anonymous. So as I say, it's not a stupid question. We will start it out. If you don't know, you don't know. That stays most of the derails. Yeah, I find it's very easy to fall asleep. And you seem to be at that age now that if I'm sat down in the front room watching TV, I will fall asleep. I can sit on my bed or lay on my bed, watch TV and YouTube, and I don't fall asleep. But whatever it is about the sofa, sit on there, and guarantee 5-10 minutes, out like a light. Yeah, so I'll be at Bangor. I'll be going to be there both days now. I was only going to be there the Saturday, but I'll be there both days. Oh, if I dip that in there. Right, who's off then? Brighton Junction your way, okay. And Alan away as well, and I think when somebody comes in or leaves, all the chat just shoots up there and say goodbye and hello, and you miss everything. Yep, now on the wrong way around. Sure, sign that I'm getting tired. Right, you know what? I'm going to do this other rail, and then I might put some more trains on and sit over at the control station. Jerry's off, so all right, Jerry, take care. That's something I need to get as well, fish plates. Right, a little bit more cutting. Well, this is your little Dremel, what do they call it? Circular tool or whatever. I use the proper branded cutting discs on them, because the ones I find with these are proper Dremel discs. The ones that come with the little ones just seem to shatter the rings with these are can be a bit stronger. Yeah, as Anthony says, let's see if we can get Leighton Junction over the 1,000. No, that's fine, Anthony. You go ahead. You're a mod. You put up, put up everybody's channel. I don't mind. You know, we're all one community. It's great to have you guys here on a Thursday. Yeah, the group seems to be getting bigger and bigger every week, and it's we can help someone out. I really don't mind. Who's that other? They're from up think Alan said they're up Holyhead Way or somewhere up there in North Wales. B&J Trains, BG Trains or something like that. They've really shot up. I think they've hit over 2,000 subs. They've been getting phenomenal views. Fair play to them. It's great when someone like that is a success and it really highlights our hobby. Although I didn't see Jason's stream, I believe they're on there. It's very hard for me to get streams now in the evening because I'm always doing something with the kids or whatever. You know, they just know Thursdays is out because I do my own stream Thursdays. So not very often I get into people's streams now who are on an evening. Like I keep missing yours, Anthony, because I'm always being a taxi driver. And there's football on other nights, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm running herself around somewhere. And meetings as well, because I'm involved with different things in the community, so I'm out at meetings and 2000 RGJ trains. 2,300 now, are they? 20,000 views. I think my top video has something like 60,000 views, and that's been up for 2 years. Yeah, I am sub to him. They're building a layout in the father's shed or something like that. I've done it again, did the wrong thing. Although putting it in flux sometimes does help clean the tip off. But it can also make your tip corrode quicker. I can't even remember which way around this one's supposed to go, so it's just going to go like this for now. So it will get used somewhere. Okay, 3D printing, take care. Catch you again. If you look up 3D printing on Facebook, that's who I got my pylons off. Did a video on it, or did I do it on the live stream? Yeah, I think I put it up as a video. Owen, isn't it? Owen? Whatever it means. Yeah, there's some videos out there to get. You know, there's sort of satisfying videos that you watch, like people getting their driveways cleaned and the pool cleaner and that sort of thing. You just, it does something to the human brain the way it just seems satisfying to. I'm not putting this in review very well, am I? Right, that's enough soldering tonight. That's enough fumes. Should have enough there to do another siding tomorrow. Let's put another few trains on. Take my tablet with me so I can keep an eye on the chat. Heading over to RG. Oh, they're going live now, are they? All right, if they're going live, then maybe I'll call this stream to an end and head over there to check them out. Let me get round to my... Let me just pull up my subscriptions and see if they're... Yeah, they're live. 15 watching. Okay, so guys, and I'm going to run a few more trains. It looks like they're building a Metcalfe Parish Church. So I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you all next week. Take care, guys.